Yes. I hope that you see my screen. Do you?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, great.
Yes,
Thanks.
teacher.
Yes. So look at this. So first we are going to start with the names of the characters. I told you about them yesterday of the characters of this story. It is an interesting story. So we have these characters. This is number one. Number two, we will see a short video about this story. Number three, we are going to read and listen to this story. Welcome, Elias. Yes. So let's go to the first one. Who can tell me the names?
Can I, teacher?
Yes, Zainab. Number one, who is he?
I think Jackal.
Doctor. Yes, Doctor what?
Jackal.
Jackal. Dr. Jackal. Sorry, like this. Doctor, spelling Jekyle.
And
Yes. Thanks. Number two, who is he? Mr. What?
Can I, teacher?
Yes.
I think he is Mr. Heidi.
Mr. Heidi. Great. Or Hyde, Mr. Hyde. Number three, what's his name?
can I?
Yes, Sina.
Gabriel Utterson.
Gabriel Utterson. This is the spelling. It's like this, I think. Yes. It's okay. Muhammad has a problem. Okay, let him try. إلياس احكي معه على أساس يحاول، إذا ما في معناته في عنده مشكلة في الشبكة وبعدين يشوف الفيديو. Number four, who is she?
Teacher, can I?
Yes, yes, Sarah. Who is she? Sarah, she is what?
Maid.
Maid. Maid يعني does it mean, what does it mean Arabic?
خادمة.
خادمة أو شغالة يعني. A woman cleans the house, cleans the building, something like this. Who are they? These two people?
Can I, teacher?
Yes, Faraha.
Servants.
The servants. يعني الخدام. Yes. So in this story, we have some students are trying to join. Manal and Muhammad, please. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Gabriel Utterson, the maid, and the servants. So these are the main characters of the story. Okay, طيب قبل ما نبدأ بالقصة حاولت أنا بحثت وقت طويل عشان أشوف فيديو إن شاء الله يعجبكم، إن شاء الله تسمعوا الصوت يعني. أنا بحاول فيديو قصير جدا يلخص القصة يعني. So before we see the story, let me try. راح نحاول إنه راح يكون الصوت واضح من اليوتيوب. Just let me clean this.
The story opens.
Wait a minute. Inshallah, you hear the voice clearly.
Utterson and Enfield. Enfield sees a door and relates when he saw it.
Wait.
The story opens. Utterson and Enfield on a walk one Sunday night. Enfield sees a door and relates when he saw a strange man named Hyde trample a little girl. During the rising action, Enfield grabbed the man and with a few others blackmailed the man. The man took them to the door where he went inside and retrieved the blackmail money. As a lawyer, Utterson has the will to Dr. Jekyll, who has oddly left everything to Mr. Hyde. Utterson visits Jekyll's friend and science partner, Dr. Lanyon, who reveals that he and Jekyll are no longer talking due to a scientific disagreement. Utterson sets out to find Hyde, waits by the door, and eventually introduces himself. Hyde is repulsive and gives Utterson a nasty, hostile greeting. 2 weeks later, when he dines with Jekyll, Utterson asks about Hyde. Jekyll tells Utterson not to bring him up anymore. He makes Utterson promise to give Hyde his rights. Jekyll disappears. 1 year later, Hyde beats a respected gentleman to death. After the police find a letter on the body addressed to Utterson, they contact him. He takes the police to Hyde's residence, which shows signs of a hasty escape. Utterson visits Jekyll to ask if he's heard about the murder and if he is hiding Hyde. Jekyll assures Utterson he is not, hands him a letter from Hyde claiming that he has fled and that Jekyll need not worry about him anymore. Utterson takes the letter and asks his friend, who is a clerk, an expert in handwriting, to compare it to one of Jekyll's letters. He reveals that Jekyll forged the letter. 2 months pass, in which Jekyll seems to have returned normal. Then suddenly, he shuts Utterson out. Utterson visits Lanyon again, who is deathly ill, as if from a great shock. He asks Lanyon what happened, but he won't say. Utterson writes Jekyll, asking what happened. Jekyll replies he and Lanyon are no longer friends. A few weeks later, Lanyon dies. Sometime after that, Utterson and Enfield go for a walk and speak with Jekyll through his window. Suddenly, Jekyll looks frightened and slams the window shut. In the climax, one evening sometime later, Poole visits Utterson to tell him something is wrong with his master, Jekyll. They go back to Jekyll's house and Utterson and Poole break down his door. During the falling action, they find Mr. Hyde dying after drinking poison. During the resolution, the only thing they find is an envelope addressed to Utterson that contains 3 enclosures. The first is the revised will, which leaves everything to Utterson. The second is a note to read Lanyon's letter that Utterson has at home. The third is Jekyll's confession. Reading Lanyon's letter, it is revealed that the shock that killed him was seeing Hyde turn into Jekyll. Reading Jekyll's explanation, it is revealed that in his research, he discovered a way to split the 2 sides of humans, good and evil. He used a potion to do just that, thus creating Mr. Hyde. Then,
Okay, so I think this is enough from the story. Yeah, let me just talk to you. I know that there was a problem in the sound of the voice, so inshallah I send you the link in WhatsApp group. برسل لكم الرابط تبع الفيديو عشان يكون الصوت أوضح تشاهدوا براحتكم بعدين. بس الآن تأخذوا فكرة عن القصة. Just to get an idea. So we start listening to the story, and every one of you will read part of the story. نمشي مع القصة خطوة خطوة. So, where is it? 9.10. Where is 9.10? Is it this one? Wait a minute. Yes. 9.10.
tape script.
This one.
Tape script 9.8.
Number
My
8,
favorite-
9, 10. This is 10.
Take script 9.10. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
So strange case يعني قضية غريبة خاصة بمن؟ دكتور دكتور جيكل and
Jekyll.
Hyde. يعني قضية شائكة خاصة بهذول الشخصين. Yes. So in the first one, you are listen. After that, I need someone to read this.
By Robert Louis Stevenson.
طبعا لا تخافوا، هي فيها رعب بس موسيقى يعني بس كذا عشان الاكشن.
London, 1886. One. Late one night, a lawyer, Gabriel Utterson, was walking home through dark, silent streets when he saw a man attacking a woman. Utterson ran after him and caught him. The man's name was Mr. Hyde, and he looked ugly and evil.
Oh, so this is the first one. This is the first part of the story. The same you see in the video. نفس ما شفتوا بالفيديو. Who can read؟ طبعا
Can I teach?
بس لازم الكل يقرأ، كل واحد يقرأ جزء. Yes, what's your name?
Noor.
Noor, yeah. So read this part again.
Late one night, a lawyer, Gabriel Utterson, was walking.
1 minute, Noor. When we read the story, I need you to imagine. لازم تتخيلوا القصة إيش اللي حصل عشان تفهموها. Yes. Late.
Was walking home through dark, silent streets when he saw a man attacking a woman. Utterson ran after him and caught him. The man's name was Mr. Hyde, and he looked ugly and evil.
Yeah, thanks. So who is the attacker? من اللي قام بالهجوم؟
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde. So Mr. Hyde was a bad and evil, ugly man. He's not good. Yes. Thanks. Let's see. Number 2. What happened? Where is number 2, guys? On the second page? Yeah, maybe. Yes, here.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Listen to number 2.
Mr. Hyde showed no regret for what he had done. To buy the woman's silence, he wrote her a check. Give this to the wretch. Utterson noticed that the check was signed in the name of Dr. Jekyll, a well-known and well-respected man.
Yes, so this was about number 2. What did he do?
He gave the woman a check.
A check to keep silent. Check money. So let me choose someone to read this. Yes. Abdullah, are you hearing Abdullah? Abdullah, are you hearing? Write in the chat box. Aya Suwaida, can you read it?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Mr. Hyde. Aya?
المقطع الثالث صح؟
No. Two. Here. Mr. Hyde. Aya?
He wrote
No. Mr. Hyde. Here. Do you see this? Number 2.
Mr. Hyde showed no regret for what he had done to buy the women's
Silence.
killing.
Silence.
He wrote here at check you Harrison noticed that the check was skinned in the name of
Signed in the
their
name of-
Jekyll.
Yeah, Dr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll. A
A
well-known
well-known and
respected.
well-respected man.
يس هو كان يتوقع انه هو تفاجأ لما شاف الشيك موقع باسم دكتور جيكل. دكتور جيكل هذا انسان محترم ومشهور يعني. So what's the problem? Come on. Yes. So let's see number 3 what happened. Listen. طبعا اتمنى الكل يتخيل الموقف كانك تشاهد فيلم يعني. Yes.
Three. Utterson was worried. He was Dr. Jekyll's lawyer and also his friend. He went to visit him. As soon as he mentioned Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll turned pale and became angry.
My position is very strange. I cannot explain.
Utterson was confused. Who was Mr. Hyde?
Yes. So it is a strange story. Why did he do that? لأنه كان المحامي تبع الدكتور يعني. So here, Dia, are you hearing
Teacher,
me?
can I read?
Teacher, can I?
Let me ask Dia, are you hearing?
Yes.
So Dia,
Yes.
read part 3.
Utterson was worried. He was Dr. Jekyll's lawyer and also his friend. He went to visit him as soon as he mentioned Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll turned pale and became angry. Utterson was confused. What Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, who was Mr. Hyde? Pale يعني وجهه شاحب. He was pale. Yes, like this. Okay, thanks. Let's see number 4. What happened after that? So number 4 here. Yes.
Four. A year passed. One night, an old man was murdered as he was walking home. A maid witnessed the crime and recognized the killer. Mr. Hyde had struck again. The police went looking for Hyde, but he had disappeared.
Who saw that? يعني واحد ثاني انقتل.
The maid witnessed the murder.
The woman, she's cleaning the house, saw that. Yes. When the police was looking for Hyde, but he was disappeared. اختفى. Yes. So this is number 4. Yes, Maram, you can read it.
Okay, teacher. A year passed. One night, an old man was murdered. As he was walking home, a maid witnessed the crime and
recognized
the killer. Mermaid Heidi had struck. Again, the police went looking for Heidi, but he had
disappeared.
disappeared.
Yes, he had disappeared. Yes, thanks. Yeah, what happened next? Who's number 5? Come on. 4, 5. Where is it? Come on, guys. Where's 5? We don't have 5? Yeah, here.
It's on the next page.
Yes, here. Again.
5. Again, Utterson went to visit his friend, Dr. Jekyll. He suspected that Dr. Jekyll had helped Mr. Hyde to escape. When questioned, the doctor replied in a strange, wild voice that Mr. Hyde had gone forever.
Hyde will never return!
يعني لما راح يزور الدكتور المحامي شك انه الدكتور هو اللي ساعد مستر هايك انه يختفي. He said he will never return. Yes. Thanks. Let me ask someone to read it. Farah, can you?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Again, Utterson went to visit his friend, Dr. Jekyll. He suspected that Dr. Jekyll had helped Mr. Hyde to escape. When questioned, the doctor replied in the strange, weird voice that Mr. Hyde had gone forever.
Yeah, Hyde will never return. He had gone forever. Yeah, next one. What happened here?
6. Over the next few weeks, Dr. Jekyll's behavior became more and more unusual. He locked himself in his laboratory and refused to open the door. His servants were worried. When they heard his voice, it sounded different.
Leave me alone!
Was that my master's voice? They asked Utterson for help.
So where's Dr. Jekyll now? Where is he now?
He's locking himself in his office.
Yeah, in the lab, في المعمل, in the lab. So close the door, but no one. He didn't want to see anyone. Please leave me alone. Go away. See his servants. Yes. Yes.
Teacher, can I read?
I'll give this to Ranim. You will read the next one, Sarah. Huh?
Okay. Over the next few weeks, Dr. Jekyll's behavior became more and more unusual. He locked himself in his laboratory and refused to open the door. His servants were worried. When they heard his voice, it sounded different. They asked Utterson for help. Go and leave me alone. Was that my master's voice?
Yeah, thanks for acting. Good miming. Yes. Okay, so next one in number 7. What happened after that? لما طلبوا المساعدة من Utterson, what happened? Listen.
7. Utterson and the servants broke down the door. Mr. Hyde was lying dead on the floor.
It's Mr. Hyde!
No, it's Dr. Jekyll! He had taken poison. But why was he wearing Dr. Jekyll's clothes? And where was the doctor? Were Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde one and the same person?
هو كان لابس ملابس الدكتور يعني دكتور جيكل وتناول السم وتوفي فصاروا مستغربين هل هو نفسه دكتور جيكل is the same Mr. Hyde? Yes. So Sarah, you can read it.
Utterson and the servants broke down the door. Mr. Hyde was lying dead on the floor. He had taken poison, but why was he wearing Dr. Jekyll's clothes? And where was the doctor? Were Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde the same person?
Yeah, this is what they were wondering. So this is the problem here. So in number 8, what happened later? Here. Yes.
Eight. On the desk was a letter addressed to Mr. Utterson. In it, Dr. Jekyll tried to explain himself. He said he believed that inside every human being there was a good side and an evil side.
يعني قال كل واحد داخله كل إنسان فيه جانب من الخير وجانب من الشر. Yeah, a good side and an evil side. Yes. So let me ask who has entered yet. Urjuan, are you hearing? Urjuan?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. So you can read this. ايش وجدوا في المكتب؟ رسالة مكتوب فيها هذا الشيء. Yes, on the desk.
On the desk was a letter addressed to Mr. Utterson. In it, Dr. Jekyll tried to explain himself. He said he believed that inside every human being there was a good side and an evil side.
Yes, thanks. So human being يعني كائن بشري. Human being. Yes. Oh, what happened after that? Look here in number 9.
Jekyll had created a potion. When he drank it, his whole body changed.
God help me!
The good, kind doctor became cruel, ugly, and evil. He called this other man Mr. Hyde. To change back, he had to drink another potion.
مين اللي فهم ايش صار؟ مين الشاطر او الشاطر اللي فهم ايش صار؟ ها؟ يس آية؟
دكتور جيكل شرب شيء فخليه يصير سيء وبشع.
شرب السم، ليش؟ واي؟ بعدين تحولت شخصيته. He became cruel, hard, ugly, and evil person. Yes, this is what happened in number 9. So can you read Aya or Rawan?
Yes, teacher, can I?
Yeah, Jekyll.
Jekyll had created a potion. When he drank it, his whole body changed. The good, kind doctor became cool, ugly, and evil. He called this other man Mr. Hyde to change back, and to change back, he had to drink another potion.
Another potion, another dosage. Yes, thanks. So in number 10, what happened later? Yeah, this is 10 here.
But after a time, Jekyll found that he liked changing into Mr. Hyde. He enjoyed being bad. He became more and more violent and cruel. He took pleasure in hurting innocent people.
يعني عجبته شخصية الإنسان لما يكون شخصية وبدأ يتطور ويقسي على الناس أكثر. So he liked this personality. عجبته الشخصية. Yes. because there is no time, just we need to finish 10 11. انا متحمس ايش اللي راح يصير بالنهايه. Uh, 10. Now we are in number 10, right? Where is 10? I think in 11. Next one here. Finally.
Finally, Dr. Jekyll couldn't control Mr. Hyde anymore. He began to change into this monster, even without taking the potion. Jekyll hoped and prayed that Hyde would disappear.
God, help me!
But Hyde always returned.
خلاص لصقت فيه شخصية السيئة خلاص. Yes. And finally the last one.
12. The potion to turn Hyde back into Dr. Jekyll no longer worked. It had lost its strength. Dr. Jekyll could no longer get rid of the evil Mr. Hyde. He had to kill this monster. But to kill Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll also had to die.
I can live in this world no more.
Yeah, don't cry guys. Are you crying? Are you crying?
No, he kinda deserved it.
طيب بالنهاية كيف تخلص من شخصية سيئة؟ لازم يتخلص من نفسه، لازم يقتل نفسه، صح؟
Yes, because they are the same person.
Yes, okay. So the end of this story, is it tragedy or comedy?
Tragedy.
Tragedy. I know that all of you are sad. Yeah, I see that. I look at your tears going down. Yes, like this. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed this story. It's a kind of action. It's a kind of thinking. It's a kind of reading. It's a kind of imagination. So, who can tell me what's the moral lesson of this story? ايش الدرس اللي نتعلمه من هاي القصة؟ مين اللي طلع في باله كذا يعني؟
You should always be yourself.
سارة said you should always be yourself. ما تقلد ولا تحاول تتقمص أي شخصية أخرى. تكون أنت شخصيتك هو نفسك أنت. So this is one good idea. Thanks, Sarah. Any other thing? مين عنده كمان ايش الكاتب ايش بده يقول من خلال القصة هاي؟ The writer.
It's better to be, I guess, gray than to be fully white or fully black, like fully evil or fully kind.
So you mean, Ranim, you mean it's difficult to be, I mean, completely good or completely evil, right? This is what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, in every man, every human being, في كل كائن بشري, there is some good side and bad side. But
yes, it's impossible to be perfect.
No one is perfect person. كل واحد فينا فيه جانب سيء وجانب جيد. بس احنا لازم نحافظ على الجانب الجيد فينا. ونحاول نتجنب الجانب السيء. This is what the writer wanted to say. Yes. Okay, time is up now. I hope that yes.
حيوان الشاب قالت إن هي حضرت معنا الدرس بس هلا هي طالعة برات البيت إجاها ظرف طارئ يعني يعني سجلي حضور من بعد إذنك.
حنين لحظة شوف السماعة عشان أسمع واضح. I didn't hear very well. Wait a minute.
أستاذ حنين قالت إن روان كانت معنا بداية الدرس بس طلعت بالأخير بسبب يعني إنه عندها موعد.
It's okay, it's okay. Time is up now. So this lesson is recorded. So you can see the video later. بعدين بتشوف الفيديو هو مسجل والصوت كل حاجة شفناها مسجلة بالفيديو كما هي. حتى الأصوات الليسننج موجودة. اللينك تبع الفيديو let me send it to you now قبل ما أنسى. هذا ملخص يعني في دقائق معدودة about this one. I will send it to you. If you have time, you can see that. So where is the chat box? Yeah, this is the link. If you want to watch the video. طبعا أعتقد إنه كان في مسلسل أو شيء بس مش عارف. ممكن في مسلسل أو فيلم كامل فيلم أعتقد عن هاي القصة. اللي عنده وقت في الويكند في الإجازة في شيء وبده يأخذ معلومات أكثر. It's a good thing. Your homework for today. Yes, I want you to choose one group. تختار مجموعة من هاي الأسئلة. ليس الكل. 1 to 3, 4 to 7, or 8 to 12. اختر واحدة منهم. Group A, Group B, or Group C. Just. These questions are on page 74. عشان أخفف عليكم ما في داعي تجاوب الكل. تختار مجموعة واحدة. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. أسهل واحد بالنسبة لك. أسهل مجموعة. So inshallah, next class we finish talking about vocabulary and other things. Do you have any questions now before we finish?